Okay, and now we're actually fucking recording, and I believe Nick was singing a song called "Wiggle It." Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Not a lot of bit. Just a little bit.
Nah.
You want to move that mic towards your mouth, if you would, please, sir. Thank you. Hey,
That's gay, man.
You don't operate one of those things. You got this. Hey, there you go. Does that work for you?
Is this better?
Hey, oh shit! Damn. Hello, Charlie Daniels. Goddamn.
Yeah.
I'm in love, Master Baby.
I'm in love, Master Baby.
Craft
Poke your eye from right here.
Oh, and we're back. This is episode 473 of Why We Can't Have Nice Things. And my phone's still on, not on silent.
Foul.
Oh, thank you for pointing that out, Chanel.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here
Again,
for.
Chanel is pointing out petty things that I do wrong. So anyway,
Well,
moving
like
on.
you don't do it to me.
I know, but they're not petty. They're legitimate complaints.
Are you doing it to my cousin?
Yeah, he is. He's an asshole.
That's not what he meant.
Oh, ew.
she
Brought up like
I was kind of happy for a moment because I thought everybody like stopped picking on me about that and moved on to Katie and started picking on Katie.
I think he's got both of y'all going on. I don't know what's going on.
Apparently, I'm knocking on the Tompkins and the Fortney door.
No.
Cousin fucker.
That's so gross.
In case you haven't figured it out by now, this is Nick Pratt, my next door neighbor, or soon to be not next door neighbor. He is moving, and we got him drunk, and we finally got him on the show.
I'm getting out of the ghetto, man.
Getting out of the fuck you. Okay,
of
first,
Leander.
if this is the fucking ghetto, come on,
No longer a Leanderthal.
Leanderthal, that fucking saying, I swear to God. But anyway, we're back here, and we got Nick drunk. He's in here. Chanel's here. We're waiting on fucking the lovely Leslie, and I believe Nick, the less cool cousin Katie will be showing up at some point here soon.
Less cool cousin now.
Yeah,
Depends on who's in here with headphones on at the time.
I say nothing negative about Katie ever, so I don't know what you're talking about.
She's pretty tall, man. You know what I'm saying?
How tall is she, Nick?
I mean, I think she could probably go goose hunting with a rake.
That's never gonna get old.
Just watch that unfold and just.
I love you, Katie. Just kidding.
You're like, oh, I set you up for that one.
Mm-hmm.
You threw it up, and I was like, oh, I got you, dog.
I've been wanting to say that.
I know. That's like the fourth time.
Came out in the first 30 seconds.
He's got nothing left after that. That's
it.
all he's got. Nick asked me whenever we decided to do this podcast. I mean, I don't want to do it because I don't want none of the gay shit to be about. I don't want to be talking about none of that. So there might be a little bit of gay shit about Tom Brady, and that little bit of gay shit about Tom Brady is I want to talk about Tom Brady kissing his children on the goddamn mouth.
What's wrong with that?
He does it like weird.
That is weird.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I see it. Sometimes you just think, it's cool. Little kids. But once they get to like
He's like 12.
15,
Oh, he's 12?
they're still doing it.
Yeah, no, but he did it like this. He asked his dad for something, and he put this video online. He asked his dad for something, and he walked away, and he was like, what do I get? The kid walks up, like he knows the routine, like, oh, okay. Mwah.
I feel like his son even calls him Tom Brady.
Wait,
Like, not
wait,
even
wait,
dad. Like,
wait.
okay, Tom Brady.
Hey, hang on. No, it gets worse. That's not the end of the fucking story. There's more to this. He fucking tells him, no, do it like you mean it, or some bullshit like that.
That's kind of weird.
And he gives him like a 5-second peck.
Ooh, what?
Yeah. The video's on the internet. Tom Brady put that on the internet.
And everybody's freaking out.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
it should be a cheek kiss, you know.
just a peck.
I mean, Bailey's 10, and I'll kiss her on the cheek.
She's also a girl.
Yeah.
It's also on the cheek. And there's no 5-second thing going on.
But Lily's like 8, and she'll be like, Mom, but we do like the weird fish face thing, and I'll kiss her on lips, but not like.
I mean, at what second does it become not a peck anymore?
3.
Yeah. No, 3's a long kiss, man. You remember 8th grade.
It's very true. Fucking 7 minutes of heaven is not that long, actually.
Or on the back of the bus.
Back of the bus. Shit. I didn't ride the bus.
Nobody kissed me in the back of the bus. I always had a big old wad of dip in my mouth, spitting in the trash can.
Sexy right there. That is a Texas sex appeal right there. Dip in his mouth, riding the bus to school, making out in the back. I tell you what.
That's America.
America. Fuck yeah. But anyway, yeah, it's fucking weird, right? It's not just me. Like, seriously, like, it's...
What you just did there was kind of weird.
Nick, you've known me for 3 years now. Everything I do is kind of weird.
I got that.
There's a weird connotation to almost everything I say and or do.
Yeah.
All right, I'm good with that.
All right, Nick's FYI, Nick is a how can I describe you?
Why this long breath, man?
I'm trying to figure out how to best portray the way you are.
Is that
Just a redneck.
They'll figure it
covered
out.
Yeah. Nick is very much every bit of redneck that he can portray. He lives the life. He is. He can fix almost anything. I give him that much. I've seen the man do some shit. I'm like Mexicans couldn't do that. Hey, if you want some drywall work, you call Nick. That shit'll get done.
I actually
shit,
need
my
drywall
wife does
work.
all the drywall work.
Leslie said she would help me too when she was bored.
She's good at it. I was surprised when we were trying to get her house ready to put on the market. I was really stressing. I didn't know how much it was going to cost to have somebody come over and do all that. And I was just like, man, there's a lot.
Yeah.
I looked in my kid's closet. Well, she showed it to me. I'd never seen it before. Behind the door in the closet, there was like a, 10, 12-inch hole.
What?
Nothing in it. I mean, now. But I'm thinking my son might have had some Playboys in there or something. I don't know. But somebody created a hole in the sheetrock.
Cooper's been stashing Playboys.
It's such a small closet. I'm like, how the fuck I'm going to get in there and fix that? You know, like, let's just not. Nobody, I never knew it was there. Like, the new owner's probably not going to know it's there. So, I don't know. She fixed it. It looks great. I was just like, little spray can texture. And
Barely. Leslie is the redneck, the female redneck version of Nick.
I think she kind of enjoyed it, man, really.
She is the wife, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you said the female redneck version of Nick.
Yeah.
Or you could have just said Nick's wife.
I feel like it really emphasizes exactly who Leslie is at that point.
Oh, okay.
Although she does like to bang a lot of hip hop.
She's way less redneck than me.
This is true.
All the redneck she's got's from me. She was raised up a lot different.
How so, Nick?
Took a lot of years to get her potty trained.
To get her potty trained.
No,
Messed up.
it's a perfect match because we're so opposite, I think.
Aww.
Aww.
The love connection with Nick Pratt.
How to treat your wife.
Make her fix drywall.
Oh, make her
Hey,
fix
we
your
don't-
That's a key to good marriage right there.
we don't fight much, but when we do, drywall needs to be patched. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, that's fucking awesome. That's a key to good marriage. Whenever someone makes a hole in the drywall, just make your wife fix it.
Yeah,
She'll be right.
Good at it.
The couple who drywalls together stays together.
Well, they did not do it together though. Nick sat there.
What?
I guarantee you, Nick probably drank a beer and or was asleep when this was going on.
Motherfucker, I've been the paintingest dude you've met in a long time for the last 2 months.
The paintiness.
Paintingest.
He's saying the paintingest.
No, paintingest. I say it as an adjective.
We need to add that to the redneck vocabulary.
Paintingest motherfucker you ever met. I promise you, man. It was 2:00 in the morning painting. Fuck, I felt like Bubba Gump.
What the?
If you could paint with shrimp gumbo, I'd have painted with it.
It was blue paint, pink
Yellow
paint,
paint,
white
red
paint,
Fuck.
paint cabals, paint on a stick,
Yeah.
paint gumbo.
Paint stew.
Fuck. Painted boots, trying to go to work, trying to look sharp. Had paint all over my shit.
Nick's been trying to sell his house for a little while. Well, he's sold his house. They're going through complications, but he's been trying to fix it up the entire time, and it's been an ordeal,
Yeah.
to say the least. I mean, you guys have put 2 months worth of work in that thing, if not more.
Yeah. 19 years, man. Built it new. You know, you can't blame anything on the previous owner. You know,
God. Well, no one I got here that was like that. Like, no.
I'll try to tell the new buyer, like, that's original paint, man. We just live real clean.
Oh, damn. God damn. Really, Nick? I can see you pulling that shit, though. I can see you being like, that's original paint, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. And he fucking rubs his fucking fingernail on there like, what's that yellow shit?
Oh, yeah. Well, when we first moved there, it was all the walls were white, bright white trim. And then my wife likes colors, so there was, you know, a red wall, tan wall. Every room had an accent wall in it. And when we put it on we're about to put it on the market, the realtor was like, man, you got to get everything neutral. You got to paint it all white. And I was like, white? How old are you? Like, they have light grays with white trim and stuff. There's stuff that looks way better than white. And then I learned a lesson about buying cheap paint. Don't do that.
Just don't do that.
Yeah, it's 4 or 5 coats. I mean, I'm painting this motherfucker, you know, dude, I promise you. Dude, I painted so much.
If we ever make a t-shirt, Chanel, you need to make the paint this motherfucker you ever know, Nick Pratt.
Paint this bitch in Leander right now.
It'll be like the man, the legend, the paintless motherfucker.
Oh, dude. No, that's happening. That's happening. It's going to happen.
That's fucked up because you don't really do it. You got, like, equipment.
Exactly. No, this will happen.
Yeah, it really will happen.
There'll be hoodies, hats, everything, stickers. It'll be just an outline of you drinking a beer.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a beer every now and then, you know.
Every now and then. Every now and then.
Yeah.
You mean like now and then? And
fuck,
before?
I've had 2 beers since we started this, dude. How far are we in?
11 minutes and 57 seconds.
Shit, that's a record. Probably a podcast record, anyway.
I don't know. I've drank significantly on a podcast.
We haven't tested this
know.
out yet. We're going to have like a drinking contest on one of our podcasts.
We need to get some drinkers on the podcast, though.
Was it episode 6? Which one was it?
Where I got fucked up?
Oh, man.
Dude, did you listen to that one?
Like 7 or 8.
Or, like, he's kind of normal in the beginning, and then at the end, he just
I'm sorry, Mom. I love you, Mom.
It was a long one, too. Like, I was slurring when I got done. I wasn't even drinking that day. Yeah. I mean, it was early.
He means like 9.
Yeah, it was like 9 a.m. Shit.
Oh, that's fucking awesome. One thing I wanted to bring up to lead to something I was wanting to talk about. I know it's been a while since you probably all watched these things, but if y'all had to pick one, what would your favorite fucking talk show host be? Like, there's been a million. There's been Montel, who went broke. There's been Maury, who's just doing the same fucking show over and over again. And then there's like Oprah. There's Regis and Kathy Lee. There's Regis and Kelly.
Man, I don't even watch that very much, but
I know you've caught that shit.
For me, I can tell you the ones I don't like.
Oh, this is even better. Go ahead.
Like, America's Funniest Videos could never get a good fucking host. I mean, it's
you like
the
Bob
most
Saget?
annoying motherfucker there
You
is.
did not like Bob Saget?
Bob Faggot? No.
Oh, yeah.
I really don't like him at all.
You don't like
not even a little.
Not even back in the day when he was doing Full House and
fuck no.
Oh my dude, no. Okay, back in the day we had
he ruined America's Funniest Videos for me, man. I'd have to like back then you couldn't just fast forward through shit or nothing, you know, and DVR it and then fast forward it. Now I mean, shit,
dude,
sit through that.
When I was a kid, we had I think 8 channels.
And when the president was on,
yeah, you were fucked. When the president came on, God damn it, Bill Clinton, fuck you.
There's a comedian. Isn't it Jeff Foxworthy, I think, who talks about it? Where he's like, we only had 8 channels, and when the president was on, and he's like, the president's on! He's on every channel!
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss Flipper!
But dude, yeah, seriously though, like one of the shows I watched besides Full House was America's Funniest. That's all we had. And you had to find the channel and then tune it to get the fucking picture to come in right.
And I remember when the Disney Channel only came on, like, for a month, once a year. Like, Disney had a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They had a thing, really?
Yeah.
I wasn't that privileged, I'm sorry.
MIC. See you real soon.
The Mickey Mouse Club or the Disney Channel?
The same, like, the Mickey Mouse Club was a part of it. Like,
well, my thing is, I didn't get cable until I was like fucking like 12. I was not a very privileged child. And also,
I didn't either.
When I was a kid, I was outside 80% of the time.
Yeah.
I remember there was a hill. Okay, it wasn't a hill. It was actually like a drainage ditch. And the thing is, it's a valley. It's dry as fuck all the goddamn time.
So there's a valley. In the valley there, it was concrete.
Exactly. We had big wheels. I had a fucking Batman big wheel for the record. A big old blue front wheel with bats on it.
Mm-hmm.
I love the big wheels until you blow out the front tire. From
Once the front tire is done, you're done with the big wheel. That big wheel's done.
Bullshit. I was like,
but dude, we would fucking sit there and we'd ride the big wheel. We try to get the big wheel sideways down the fucking ditch, and then we crash the big wheel in the ditch, and then go back up and do it again.
I feel like I'm like I was, I'm a lot older and shit, and my big wheel didn't have a brake.
No, I didn't have a brake.
Like,
I don't think
as soon as I got mine, they had the ones on TV on the commercials with the brake, and they could pull it and slide.
I never had one with that.
What the fuck? I knew I was never getting another one. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I had to save up some money to get the one I got.
Nah, I was just as broke as you were, dude. Trust me. I had one bike for like fucking 12 years. Okay, do the math on that. The tires never got bigger.
I did have a few bikes because they kept getting stolen.
When I was younger, my mom worked at grocery stores. My dad was a mechanic, whatever. So they weren't home, and like the deal was me, Matt, and Jesse were all in elementary school at the same time. Jesse had to watch me until my mom came home. Well, Jesse just used to put cartoons on, and they like tied me to a chair, and they were like, okay, stay here. We're going to go play with our friends down the street. So I was always watching cartoons like
tied to a chair?
Transformers.
Tied to a chair.
Yeah.
Wait, like hang on, one limb tied to a chair, or like your whole body?
I think so. Yeah. No, they like tied I think they tied my feet to the chair. And then so I was watching Transformers and My Little Pony and Gargoyles and stuff. And then one time my mom came home, and like she came home early, and I was home by myself, and Jesse was in trouble. Yeah.
I guess, you know what though, I did the same shit. I was always in trouble as a kid. I was always doing dumb shit.
Like leaving your little sister at home alone?
No, worse. Okay, every day after school, I got dropped off at my grandparents' house. My grandparents' house was 1 acre. Behind us was another like 7 acres of farmland. So they had parked the tractor right in between both those properties. But what did I do one day? I decided I want to ride the tractor. With the fucking the back thing is that fucking dig ditches and shit.
They always leave the key in them.
Mm-hmm.
This one didn't, dude. They do though, for real.
Yeah.
And they're real easy to start. Trust me, especially when you're like fucking 4 and you're curious about cars and shit. You figure that shit out. Well, I got that bitch going, and I was driving that motherfucker, and I was like, I don't know how to stop. And I turned it to the opposition. It did not stop. And I managed to go forward and reverse. And then my grandpa showed up and was like, what the fuck you doing? The funny part is, that whole situation, they found a snake coming up for me, coming up the tractor. Yeah, as this is all going on, I'm also being like chased by a snake. So my grandpa killed the snake, got me off of there, and stopped the tractor before anything bad happened. But I moved it fucking probably like 15 feet.
That was a redneck. Or not a redneck. That was America right there. Mm-hmm. Killing a snake, getting your grandson off a tractor.
Yeah, I also watched a lot of old school shows back in the day. Like, to the day they ripped the fucking building down on my grandpa's property, there was a fucking Zorro sign, because I used to watch Zorro as a child, with the big old Z with the long bottom, O-R-R-O, on the side of that fucking, that shed. It was a fucking, it was a cinder block shed.
I could see you being a little chubby kid trying to be Zorro.
Oh, damn.
Damn, what? Okay, I'm kind of hurt, you know?
I'm just saying, I can see it.
True.
You forgot the poor part. But he had an acre.
True.
And 6 behind him available.
And we had a chicken coop.
And a tractor with a key in it.
Yeah.
Wasn't that poor?
Yeah, I had a good time.
Now, when I say poor, I'm talking about rolling pennies for gas poor, you know?
Well, I couldn't drive nothing. I was only like 4 or 5.
Cats crawling up through the floor poor, you know? That's how I was.
Actually, I think that happened. I'm pretty sure that happened.
Well, there was a game at Chuck E. Cheese I couldn't afford to play where you hit it. What do you call it? Whack-a-mole?
Yeah, whack-a-mole.
Well, I was whacking cats. You know, I was whacking cats.
Well,
Whack a pussy.
Oh, my God. Nick just coined the phrase whack-a-pussy.
Yes, I did.
Did my dad ever tell you the story about him and Uncle Mike and how there was a rat in the kitchen?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so my dad and they actually grew up really poor, like in Missouri. Like, house wasn't level, and if the grandma, like, my grandma...
Missouri?
Yeah, Missouri.
I had no idea.
Yeah, like, food's on the table, if it falls and hits the floor, you ain't eating kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
Well, there was a rat in the kitchen, and my dad and Uncle Mike shot at it with a shotgun and blew a hole in the kitchen. And so they're like, oh, Dad's going to be so pissed. So they try to cover it up with a refrigerator. So
well, that's a refrigerator. Well, it's an island now.
Yeah.
It's we didn't have an island, so we're going to use a refrigerator.
I remember being, the worst thing about, like, the way I grew up in my grandparents' house is that my grandpa built that house. It lasted 50 years, but I remember walking in the house and, like, you catch that one spot where the floor wasn't level, you, like, almost fall over. Mm-hmm. Like, you trip and, like, oh, shit.
Dude, that's what I work on every day, man.
Yeah.
But, I'll tell you, those old houses, 2x4 is actually 2 inches by 4 inches. I mean, all the lumber, yeah.
No shit.
All the old ones, that's a real number.
It's a real 2x4.
Yeah. All the lumber's just badass,
Well, for the most part, I say it's actually still there. They actually moved the house to the new property and they put it back together. So it's actually still there. I just forgot about that right now because I've not gone to see a new house.
A lot of the walls in those old houses are shiplap too, and they're tongue and groove, and just, man, there ain't no sheetrock.
Yeah, there's not much there.
They don't have to brace them up to move them on the inside on the old ones.
I forget. I don't even think there's any kind of insulation in that house either. Like zero.
No, they're drafty.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God. But anyway, I was trying to talk about fucking your favorite talk show host, because I wanted to bring up something. We brought up the fact that I love Maury. He's my favorite because he does the fucking baby daddy things. We've talked about this before, but the best part about that show is, of course, the I'm Not the Baby Daddy dances.
Yeah.
The dances they do. Have you ever seen that shit? Dude.
You've never seen it? Have you ever watched Maury?
You need to watch it, dude.
I've watched more.
When they're like, he gets the envelope and he's like...
When it comes to 2-week-old Jaden, Marcus, Vincent, Jackson, Darrell... Not Darrell. Darrell. You are not the father.
And that's what
I told y'all. He's doing the fucking Harlem Shake and shit.
Oh, so that's the dance.
Yeah, every time they stand up, they have to push the chair all the way across the room. They're like, yeah.
And all the bouncers come in.
I think someone did the worm one time.
Yeah. I love the ones where they start running around the room.
Is there a video deal where you can see all that?
Oh, I'm pretty sure there is.
I'm sure there is.
I'm pretty sure one guy actually did the high five run through the aisles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not the father.
Yeah, mother bitch.
Yeah. He went home to all of his friends I'm not the father.
Mm-hmm.
I told you. Didn't I tell you? I told you.
I told you that baby don't look like me.
That baby don't look like me. That baby. Dude, actually, funny story about that song. I actually had a girl tell me It Might Be Your Child when that song came out.
Nice.
Yes, when I was young. I think I was 19. Well, I didn't even have hair in my balls yet.
That's funny.
Yeah, no, it's not.
I think it is.
Dude, I threw up. That's how fucked up I was. What she did was she sent me a picture of the sonogram, and then told me what it was. I was like, what? Dope.
And in the sonogram, she was like, "You see that? That's your nose right there." That's how every female is.
See, right there, he has your hat.
He has your hat. Exactly.
He has your hat. It's clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got a tuner crate blue shirt on. That's you.
Hey, sweet shirts though.
In that situation, everything on him is $1 bill. They're like, "Oh, look how pretty he is." You're like, "He's gonna be a model. It's gonna cost money." Everything.
That's how it works, Nick.
Oh, no.
As your kids get
older, he's gonna be tall. Look at them feet. And I'm like,
goddamn jeans and shit.
Yeah.
Cost money every
month. Gonna go to the big and tall store now.
Gonna have to buy new shoes every 6 weeks.
Oh yeah.
No, dude, shoes.
That's actually a real deal, man.
Yeah.
Your kids are kind of getting there now.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Bailey is. It's I buy her a new pair of shoes. I had to buy her new cleats.
I was bad. My feet grew fucking first. There you go, Nick. There you go. I like how he's getting it. That's beer number 3 for Nick.
You should probably clip that. That's a nice sound.
I've actually done it before. I've done the whole.
I think that's how you should start the show.
I've done that.
Yeah, he's done it plenty of times.
Trust me. I know how to fucking entertain the people out there. I know what they want. I know y'all want to hear the ice clinking in my glass. Me as I crack a little beer. Oh! Fucking coyote in the background and everything. Let you know how fucking... Because I'm drinking Lone Star. It's badass.
What does a coyote have to do with Lone Star, though? Am I missing something?
Because it means you're rustic.
Because when you go... You're like, oh!
We'll go with that.
I've never done that before, but okay.
I mean, yeah.
When was the last time you cracked open a beer?
Actually, I did the other night. I just don't do it with you.
What'd you crack open?
Whatever we had in our house.
Which was?
I think it was a Corona.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what my mom always said.
When you say crack open, that was twist off.
But have you ever just walked outside and looked up at the stars and been like, damn, I love pissing outside?
I can't pee outside, so...
Well, yeah, you can.
No.
Just saying. They got a little thing now at the Academy. It's like a tatcha-wiener is what I call it.
In the camping section?
It's actually in the fucking row where you check out now.
Oh, gosh.
I guess they wasn't selling it in the camping section. They put it up there by the beef jerky
He would
and
know.
the Red Bull. And
Wait, by the beef jerky and the Red Bull?
Yeah, and in between beef jerky and Red Bull, there's a little cup thing with a wiener on it, like a little mini wiener.
It looks like a funnel that's like shaped for your vajay.
Little vajay funnel. Little
vajay funnel.
Little vagina funnel. Vagina funnel.
That's a technical term, vagina funnel.
A funnel?
You don't even have to say the v. It's just giner.
Giner funnel. Okay.
Giner funnel.
Yeah.
We had a trademark.
I'm not going to lie. My mom and dad camped out on a boat a lot. They had a little cabin cruise.
Oh, God.
And, you know, my dad could piss over the side and sometimes the water was cold. My mom didn't want to get out and get in the water to pee, and they had one of those before they came out. And I don't know where they got it, if they made it or what, but
like they caught one.
I come across it one time. And,
oh, God.
And me and my dad used to go camping, play guitars and fish, catfish and stuff, and I went out in that boat, and they went out all the time, so it was all stocked up with everything, and I don't know, I went somewhere and saw that thing, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And I almost asked him, and then I realized what the fuck it was. And I'm like, that should be in a container. You know, like,
why is it not in a bag?
Yeah,
it should at least be in a paper. Why is it not a plastic bag around that?
Yeah.
This is awkward.
I mean, you know, put that shit up, man.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Chanel, did you have any bullet points?
Not really bullet points, but did you know Mouton's opened a second location?
What?
And not only did they open a second location, I know a buddy who works at the second location.
What?
And it's across the street from Bailey's softball fields.
I don't know where that is.
It's on Cypress Creek, across from ACC.
So it didn't go far?
What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
I don't know. So
this is what I want to have.
Just moral of the story: there's a second Mouton's, and whenever Bailey has games, we usually go like to Maggie Ori's, or I forget.
Can we just take a second to fucking acknowledge how awesome Mouton's really is?
It is pretty good.
Yeah,
I mean,
that place has good food.
Do you not like it?
I don't like the people.
Oh.
It's not a sponsor or nothing, right?
No.
Okay.
No, elaborate. What they're
okay, so my daughter worked there. You talking about the little Italian place that was right here?
No. That's Luigi's.
Oh,
or Luigi's, yeah. That was Luigi's.
Mouton's
is the Cajun place.
Yeah. As soon as he pointed, he was like, oh, because he knows exactly
here.
It's right there.
Like in a straight line. As the eagle flies, mile.
It's
a mile as a crow flies.
Yeah. Did I say eagle?
Yeah, you said eagle.
That's some American shit right there.
Yeah, eagle sounds better.
He didn't hear last podcast.
But there is another story. Okay, so the Mouton's is across the street. Moral of the story: we can go over there after Bailey softball games.
No, they're badass. They need a bigger place, you know.
Yeah, they do though. That place is a shit though, dude. The Crawfish Monica, the Gator bites.
And the guy that I know that works there used to bartend at Weirdos, so he's like
Who is it?
Dusty. Do you remember Dusty?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, he's
Scarface?
up there. Yeah. He I never.
Like,
actually, he was
Dusty,
my favorite dude.
Scarface,
there.
that guy.
That dude's awesome. I call him Scarface.
He moved.
I didn't say it in front of him.
Yeah.
I hope he don't listen.
I highly doubt it. I don't. Yeah, I highly doubt it.
He's like, he calls you one day. What the fuck you say? You call me? Fuck you, Nick.
Yeah.
He'd probably have a good name for me, like drunk, fucking spilling beer, breaking glass, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Nick. Yeah, I know him. It was a night I was in there and I had pint. You know, they were serving pints and we was getting them. You know, I was hanging out with Jesse, so they were free for us. But I was fucking dropping them, man. I'd be standing there talking to people. I didn't feel that drunk, but I would it'd just come out of my hand. I'm used to grabbing these bottles. I don't know,
dude. I did that
Break
shit.
it.
I did that shit at Little Woodrow's fucking 3 times the other night. It was fucking.
Dude, that's so funny because the manager kicked the owner, Jesse, and me out. Like he was like, "Fuck you, my license is on this shit or whatever." Mm-hmm. And we go, and then like Jesse had that big truck and it was parked down the hill. We come over the hill to go to Little Woodrow's.
Oh shit! Okay,
we pull out. We run over an Altima. All I saw was like plastic like shit breaking, and I'm like, "What was that?" And he was like, "I don't know." We fucking went. We found out later it was one of the waitress's cars. We ran over that motherfucker. He had that big ass goddamn truck.
He had like a huge monster truck.
Oh, it was huge.
Yeah.
We couldn't see. We really didn't feel it.
Yeah.
And we were pretty numb at this point.
Motherfucking rednecks.
So the manager of the bar kicks me and Jesse out because I broke that glass. That was the main thing, but mainly just get us out of here. It's not good to see have the owner there just getting annihilated. And every time I'd come up there, that's what Jesse would do. We'd hang out and just get fucked up. And but he was also friends with a lot of people at Little Woodrow's. And so we're like, fuck it, we'll go over there. We'll go over there. Coral worked there at the time.
Yeah. She's
slipping his beers off the back corner of the bar. And I swear to God, I grabbed 2 of them and I turned around and I hand Jesse his and fucking I dropped that one and it breaks on the ground too. It was like 3 that whole night. We broke a car, 3 glasses. Didn't pay for shit.
I was waiting for that one.
And the only bar we got kicked out of was the one that Jesse owned. Little Woodrow's was like used to us,
But hang on, get the mop. It's just them.
Yeah, they're like, oh fuck, Nick or Jesse and his drunk ass cousin Nick. He just told everybody we were cousins because it was.
I feel like it's just easier that way.
It was easier to explain. The friendship.
Well, dude, that whole situation is probably hard to explain anyway. That's why I understand why you do the whole cousin thing.
And at the same time, we had so many random people come into Weirdos and go, "I'm Jesse's
everybody's your cousin.
I'm Jesse's cousin," and I was like, "I never saw you at family parties." And they're like, "Well,
I was there.
Yeah,
I was always at family parties. I was at Christmas, Thanksgiving, Deb 101X.
Yeah,
we had met her.
See,
we had Thanksgiving with her one time, and she brought like these
the little popper things.
Yeah,
you like pull them apart, and there's like a little present in it.
That was awesome.
Nick was there.
I really want to meet her.
Yeah,
we played. Really cool. What were we playing? Like trivia games on your Xbox or whatever.
Oh yeah. That I forgot what it was.
That was a really fun night. We did a prime rib that was just. Freaking!
Are you doing a prime rib?
The best thing I've ever had in my life.
Are we doing a prime rib?
Are you all leaving to California again this year?
Oh, probably not. We normally do prime rib on Thanksgiving and then a turkey on Christmas, just because you get so burnt out on turkey,
First of all, you don't get burnt out on prime rib.
I know. I'm saying you get burnt out on doing turkey.
So why did you do turkey both times, or prime rib both times?
Just because I don't know. We like turkey also. Anywho. But we flipped it this time just because we were going to California and we wanted to make a prime rib in California. But, we'll probably do it.
I want to try this.
We'll see. So,
my mom's amazing prime rib.
Costco has
prime rib in general.
Prime ribs already. They're usually, unseasoned, but they're perfect cuts. And they're, it's $100, $80 to $100. And they're only going to feed, 6, 7 people?
Yeah.
Maybe 8.
Well, we figured out how to make it where it's not that way.
Well, her mom goes and buys all the seasons, but during the holidays, they season them with they stuff it with garlic. You don't like garlic very much, right, Aaron?
No, I don't. But sorry.
I love garlic. Most of us in that house love garlic.
When Leslie and Coral ate all the garlic.
It was a bowl.
And it was like a big old bowl.
It was
and
just
Leslie
cooked garlic
and
with
Coral.
Prime rib just like it was inside it. They were like pulling it out of the prime rib.
Leslie and Coral just straight up are eating the garlic. And the next day, they smelled so... they had like garlic seeping out of their pores.
Oh, yeah, dude, it's going to happen.
I didn't kiss either one of them for like 5 days.
Yeah.
Fucking Nick.
Yeah.
No, it was pretty rough, but I was eating that too. But so they have this during the holidays. They pre-season them. They stuff them full of garlic. If you want, I think there's different flavors, but that's the one we did was like garlic and black pepper and stuff. And holy shit, man! You know all the steaks I've cooked, everything I've done. That was the best thing I've ever had as far as sitting down. That was Thanksgiving when Deb was there.
Yeah.
First time I had it.
I'm coming over for a holiday.
This is the truck Nick was talking about, how they ran over a...
Nice.
Yeah. Just kidding.
Oh, yeah, you need a better picture. That thing.
I'm trying to.
Show him the dude standing next to it.
Yeah, this is a person that Jesse walked outside of Home Depot, and they're taking a picture with Jesse's truck.
This is probably a 6-foot dude.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. That was a badass truck.
And the exhaust was like just one big giant one. How big around was that thing? It was like...
Oh, stupid.
Was it a diesel or was it just a regular?
Yeah, it was diesel.
Yeah.
He sent it off to some place in California that does
all custom stuff.
Was it a Ford?
Fuck no.
No.
Okay.
It's a Duramax.
I'm just making sure.
Here, that's a somewhat of a better picture.
Yeah, that's a better picture.
No, it was sweet, man.
Wait, that was back in like 2010 then, wasn't it?
Yeah, but he got that in like 2009. You know, like he ordered it and he sent it off to RBP. Who is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
He sent it off to them in California.
It's because he's, of course, knows those people.
Yeah, he knows them, and they put like ton of work into it. They even painted the dash to match stuff, and like they did all kind of work.
I want a custom truck.
That thing was, I think he had probably a good $80,000 in it back then. Now it'd be well over 100, I think, but to get the same truck. But it was sweet.
So I went to class the other night, and I wish I had my phone. I don't know what happened to my phone, but I couldn't take a picture of it. And there was a race car. But it was like the most douchiest race car I've ever seen in my entire life. And I have no idea how it has not been like shot up with paintball guns yet.
It's called a Mustang GT.
Mm-hmm.
They tell me.
It was a Dodge something. And so...
Same shit.
Yeah! That's why I love Nick.
But what was so douchey about it was it looked like a cop car. Like, you know
like
how they had
Caprice.
the white like part in the middle, and then it has like the black...
Yeah, well, you can buy the police interceptors at auctions for like $3,000. They got like
They're cheap as fuck.
Yes, but
pretty hot motor in them for what they are.
On the white panel, it had what looked like a sheriff's badge on it, but it was some weird thing that they came up with on their own. And then it said racing in like the police thing or whatever, and then it had like a little quote, you know, where it says like protect and serve. It was like racing is life. Like
that's the gayest thing ever for the goddamn earth.
But
that's worse than fucking I live my life a quarter mile at a time.
I was like, at least have something cool, you know? Like,
hey, and Mustang drivers are like, and for that 17 seconds.
And for that 27 and a half seconds or less, I'm free.
I already hate
all
those
the way
cars.
down the 8th mile.
I already hate those cars that were cop cars and people bought them, and like you're driving and you think a cop car is, and you're like, oh shit.
It is
now,
because you get used to the headlights.
Yeah,
and you're like, motherfucker, man, I thought you was a cop.
See,
dude.
well, this one actually looked like a cop
car.
Poured
my beer under my seat and shit. What the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. I'm surprised it hasn't been hit by paintball guns.
Oh god, dude! As soon as you said the first thing I thought of, remember that fucking time we went to fucking Fulton? You couldn't get your truck back in fucking. Like
I was drunk as a motherfucker.
I was right there with you, but I was in the fucking passenger seat.
Behind us.
So we're going on this little bachelor party trip and shit, and we go down to Fulton. We get there first. It's me, Nick, Cedric, and Enrique.
Yeah.
And the bachelor finally gets there. He gets his ass fucking stuck in
a Ford.
In someone's fucking front yard. We get there and they're fucking hammered. Everyone's drunk with beers in their hands. The truck is stuck in someone's front
They're all
yard.
standing around the road like
They're not doing nothing. They're just being.
They're not trying to fucking worry about it, but they're in somebody's yard and there's lights on in the house, and I'm just like, holy shit, we gotta get them out quick and let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. So me and Nick go. We need to go. Nick's like, I'm gonna put it in four high. Not even fuck around with it. Tie me up. I tie him up. We get out of there. I untie him. We leave. Well, Nick for some reason can't get the goddamn truck back in too low or too high or whatever the fuck, and he ends up banging it in neutral. Well, we're trying to get this thing in there, and it ends up going neutral, and a fucking cop pulls up behind us.
We're all fucked up. We all got beers.
Beers in our hands.
There's like, there's 4 of us in the truck.
I think I cracked up a new beer when I got in the truck.
We all did. Because we were like, we're not going to stand on the street and drink, and then we helped him and pulled him out. I mean, really, this all happened in like 2.5 minutes.
Dude, seriously, we pulled him out, all got in the truck, 4 doors closed, 4 beers open. See how that went.
And we're, 50 yards from the stop sign. We have to turn left on the boulevard deal there. And we turn left, and there's lights behind us, and I don't know what it is. I just know it's a car, and they weren't going very fast, so I just pull out there, and then I'm like, I throw it in neutral while we're rolling. I'm like trying to put it in too high because I realize I'm in 4-wheel drive still. And then I start looking, that car gets closer and closer, and I can see the shadow of its overhead lights on top, and I'm like, oh, goddamn, here we go.
We haven't seen the cop the entire time.
I'm freaking the fuck out, man, because this is that's my kind of luck, We're all gonna, everybody else will get out, I'll go to jail, and they'll impound my shit.
I think we're so close. If they leave us there, we can walk to the campsite.
Yeah, we're not that far, but that cop pulls up, and I cannot get this thing, and I need to stop the truck, and there's nowhere to stop. There's a cop behind me on the boulevard. The cop's close enough now that the cop knows that I know it's a cop, and then I just pulled over to the side of the road.
He just drove on past us.
Because I couldn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
We were coasting, and then when it got so slow, the cop got on my ass. I was like, well, fuck it. I'm pulling over, and hopefully we'll get this bitch.
I did not think that was going to work.
Seriously? I'm glad y'all... I mean, like, I might have done something crazy. Like, if he'd have passed by and then turned on his lights or something. I don't know. I probably... When I got it in gear, I might have gone the other way. Real quick. But anyway, we pull over on the side. I'm grinding gears. I'm like, what the hell? And this is a brand new truck at the time. And I pull over on the side of the road, and the cop just goes on by. And... I'm like I've handed like beers off.
You handed me your beer. I had your beer in my hand.
I think you had like everybody's beer.
Everybody's
like, fuck you, just one person.
No, actually, I think you're right about that. Now that I think about this.
I think you had like 4 beers in your hand or 5. I don't know. I probably had 2.
I was quadruple fisting.
Yeah.
And it was obviously not my beer. It was
Cop passes on by, and then we get it in gear, and we get going down the road, and we passed by. Didn't we pass by a house that had the cop car, and it was like their house? Like they were just going home from
No, because they went straight. We had to turn left.
Did they?
Yeah, because that's what you say. You're like, he's going on home.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason we didn't get fucking got. And then we proceeded to get fucking hammered and play washers and shit. It's a good fucking time.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, other than the fact that we almost fucking like mentally died.
Oh man,
had a heart attack.
I've been through that deal so many times. It's just like
the scenario. Like we're trying to get these guys out of there so they don't go to jail. And then the fact that we might go to jail.
They're the ones like walking around the streets with beers. We're like just keeping them in the truck. I don't know if that's better, but
yeah, you say it like that, like either one of those ideas sounds pretty good.
It was not public intoxication, because we wasn't out in public.
I wasn't drunk in public.
Yeah,
I was drunk in a truck. Difference.
Yeah. Go back, feed the alligator.
Oh, the fucking alligator. God damn. There was this dude there, I forget his name, we'll call him Terry for the fucking sake of the story. He was fucking tripping out every time someone said they saw the gator inside the pond, because the pond was next to our fucking cabin. He would just flip out like, what? Hell no. Yeah. Hell no. He was of African descent.
Why you gotta be all weird about it, man? He's a black dude and he was freaking the fuck out. He looked like... I mean, we've been made to be racist here, so let's just, call it what it is. I'm friends with everybody. It is what it is. Yeah, he's a little bitty black dude that's real fucking skittish.
He's real fucking skittish about water and gators and shit.
Yeah, and I do that. I put that big old hook on there and threw that big old piece of chicken out and shit. And that motherfucker started going towards it. That dude was like, oh, god damn.
Dude, this is a wire motherfucker. He was just moving around like fucking jumping his legs in there and shit.
Yeah.
That was a good trip. Mm-hmm. We never got to do that again. And fucking Sean wanted to do that too.
It was pretty awesome.
That was a good time. And in fact, that dude was acting almost as crazy as Tom Cruise really is. That's the best way to define it, I think.
Tom Cruise?
You know how crazy Tom Cruise is? Did you ever see an interview with Tom Cruise on Oprah?
Oh, when he's like jumping up on the
he jumped on the chair and did this.
Have you ever met a Scientologist that wasn't fucking nuts?
Weird.
First of all, this is Texas. I've never met a Scientologist.
Nah,
that's a good point.
But I'm just saying, I like over here, you get shot for saying something like that.
I mean, it's just weird. There's weird. I mean, those guys have nothing better to do. They got all this money, and they're just like, well, fuck. How else can I stand out? You know, let's do something different than everybody else and make it cool or try to. And I don't know. I don't have any respect for them.
And that's how you get pink eye.
Yeah.
Like they just went with it. Good job. Thank you, Nick.
Yeah.
Those Scientology people really freak me the fuck out, though. They really believe that shit.
Hey, John Travolta, Tom Cruise.
A whole bunch of celebrities do that shit, right?
That's what I'm saying. They have nothing better to do. They got all this fucking money, and they're just like, well, fuck, I've done everything else. I've owned race cars. I've done this.
Well, you know who's got more money than fucking John Travolta and Tom Cruise combined and is not a Scientologist and is probably normal?
Not me.
George fucking Strait.
George Strait ain't no Scientologist.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
George Clooney might be out.
I'm gonna say he's got all that money. George Strait got way more money. He got
more money than Tom Cruise, man. I don't know.
How much you want to? Okay, I'm gonna Google this.
We're gonna Google this.
Fuck, it's worth a Google.
It is.
Yes! I was hoping that would happen.
See, I'm not the only one who says it.
No, he says it. That's why I say it, because he fucking makes fun of it. That's how this all started.
All right, so y'all make your guesses on how much you think he's worth, and
which one?
Tom Cruise and Garth Brooks.
Garth Brooks.
I mean, George Strait.
George Strait.
Between the two?
Or who's more number between them?
I'd have to say Tom Cruise probably makes more.
Okay.
George Strait by a lot.
George Strait's Southern only. Tom Cruise is
George Strait by $200 million.
You've already looked this shit up.
No, I have not, but I'm gonna say it.
He got squirted in the face with a fake.
So you think George Strait's worth how much?
$200 million more minimum.
Come on.
$200 million more minimum.
Really? I mean, he's worth it. I mean, compared to Tom Cruise, but I just can't see it.
Net worth at least $200 million more. At least.
Okay.
I'm probably underselling it.
I think movies pay more than musicians. You know,
how many times have you ever heard Troubadour?
Actors. Huh?
How many times have you ever heard Troubadour?
I didn't like that song. But
you didn't like Troubadour?
Yeah, they wore it the fuck out.
They did. They did though. They did.
You know.
I mean, fucking.
All right. So.
What do you got?
George Strait is worth $300 million.
Come on, 100
That's up there. That's definitely up there.
Yeah, come on.
This is public information, really?
Yeah, all this shit's public information.
He has more money than Kenny Rogers.
What?
Shania Twain has more than George Strait.
What?
Yeah.
That's just wrong.
That is wrong.
Fuck that.
But Dolly Parton has more than George Strait, too.
How long has Kenny Rogers been circling the drain, though?
There is somebody who beats all of them. Beats Dolly Parton, Shania Twain, George Strait, and Kenny Rogers.
I better not say no Rascal Flatts or
I say
shit.
You fucking Eric Church. I swear to God, I'll flip this fucking table over right now.
Oh, do we have any guesses?
Wait.
Garth Brooks?
No. Yeah, probably. More than all the... And this is a country person.
Yes, country person.
Willie Nelson.
Nope.
Ooh.
He's worth more than all of them.
He is worth more than all country.
Toby Keith.
Oh, yeah.
Toby Keith.
Dude,
fucking
that
cool
redneck motherfucker, though. He is such a fucking redneck.
That red Solo Cup, man. All right,
he has a lot of good songs that I like, but it's just not...
Shut Up and Sit Down, my favorite.
Yeah, he's so commercialized.
All right, so you said that Tom Cruise has... Wait, you said Tom Cruise has more than George Strait?
Yeah.
You said...
Less.
Okay. Tom Cruise is in for the win for $470
God
million.
Damn, really? Fuck Tom Cruise.
You gotta think about it, man.
Fuck Tom Cruise.
Not everybody likes George Strait.
See,
just
in our
where we live. Yeah,
the difference is George Strait really isn't making music anymore. Tom Cruise is still making movies.
When he does,
still racking it
he's
in.
Selective. It's always big hit movies.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him against Will Ferrell. I think Will Ferrell's got Tom Cruise.
Will Ferrell's not really making movies anymore either.
Yeah, he is. He just did Daddy Comes Home.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
Big Daddy.
Was that
not
any
Big
good?
Daddy.
Daddy's Home.
The first one kind of sucks, but the second one is more funny.
Dude,
and it's got Mel Gibson in it.
We saw the trailer today for Daddy's Home 2. Oh, dude, it looks funny.
How can you like Mel Gibson? Fuck, do you even like
Mel Gibson? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Even after all that crazy shit he talked about?
I don't really watch the news, so I don't know.
Will Ferrell's only 100 million.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mel Gibson, dude. Lethal Weapon. Come on.
I do like Lethal Weapon, though.
Yeah.
He was a badass during that time, probably 90s,
The Patriot.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the Patriot.
That's a big one.
Dude, I love that movie. I was watching it earlier, that's why.
Who'd you rather see in a movie? Him or fucking Jack Nicholson?
Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson.
Mel Gibson.
Jack Nicholson.
Really?
Yeah, Jack Nicholson.
Yeah,
I love Jack Nicholson.
He's such an awesome asshole.
Dude,
he's like
the best. He's the best
asshole. That's gay.
But Mel Gibson is the best crazy asshole.
He is crazy as fuck, though. He makes a great crazy villain.
He does, but he's a little bitty motherfucker, man. He's like 5'7".
In the Expendables, though, he's crazy.
But he's got crazy eyes.
Yes,
yeah, he does.
But he's awesome, just like in Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
Crazy suicidal cop. That's what
I feel like he's better in the Expendables. He's just the right amount of fucking he's just out there.
Yeah, I think he got a little crazy towards his older age too. I mean,
he's getting up there in age.
But
too.
what celebrity hasn't gone through a crazy, like Britney Spears? She had her crazy moment.
She's still hot.
That's because she's back. She's normal now.
She grew her hair back out.
Yeah.
Hide your crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Hide your crazy. Grow some goddamn hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just not in inappropriate places. Just up here.
Man, she was like, bam. For real.
In case for those of you who don't know, BAM is like, god damn.
Like, dang.
Hey, my wife would agree.
We all know
she
Leslie
ain't into
agrees.
girls or nothing, but she'd agree on that one. She told me,
know.
that's my lesbian crush. And I don't have no lesbian crush, but that'd be the one. I'm like, yeah, that'd be really cool. You should look her up, try to call her, and tell her to come to Leander.
So, Britney Spears, hit us up. We'll work this out. I am holding the camera, though. I am holding the camera. I'm going to give you a copy. Don't worry. I got you.
It's weird.
How's that weird?
Because it's his wife.
I'm not going to, sit there. I'm going to direct. There has to be some production.
It's his wife.
I don't know where to go with that one.
Yeah.
I'll let you work the reflector for the light. How about that one?
I just want to work Britney Spears.
Well,
I'm just kidding, man. That was a long time ago. She's old now.
Dude, she's like 35. How old is Britney?
Traded her in for... No, I'm just kidding. That don't work out.
Yeah,
mathematically.
It's worth the Google.
I was going to say 217 and a half, but that...
No, Britney Spears has to be older than that.
I can't even look at girls.
Do we have a guess?
Like 25.
I'm going to say 35.
Huh?
How old do you think Britney Spears is?
Britney Spears? Yeah, I'm with you. 35.
36.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, that's me.
So
I liked her when she was 20.
Let's just close this out here because we've already talked about Britney Spears, and frankly, I don't know where we're going to go from there. So
Can't top that.
On that note, Nick, thank you for coming by. I'm going to miss you, buddy.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. I enjoyed it.
Told you it'd be fun.
Wasn't as scary as you thought it was?
No, it's a little weird having headphones on. I think if you just had mics, no headphones, but you got to because you got to edit and all that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got to have good headphones on because I'm operating this whole system and monitoring the whole thing.
I mean, usually when I'm talking to Aaron, I just turn one ear, now I got him in fucking both.
I know. That's got to hurt. My screechy fucking high-pitched voice must be really goddamn annoying.
How much do you think Britney Spears is worth? And yes, I Googled
more
it.
than George Strait.
300.
215 mil.
Shit. I made that last month.
Did you now? Did you now?
Yeah, I had a dream once.
Yeah, dream was? Jesus fucking Christ.
You know what car I bought first?
What car was that?
'68 Chevelle, big block, screw blower, big tire.
Like he said, all condescending, like,
Yeah.
big tire. He watches Street Outlaws. Probably as much as I do.
Yeah, it's gonna suck when we move.
What? You can't watch Street Outlaws?
I don't know if I'm gonna get that on my TV there.
Oh, dude, you gotta get Street Outlaws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta get a race car just so we can fucking like go in Street Outlaws.
Be an outlaw, man. You know. I think I'm just gonna be like what I am, fat dude with barbecue pit and
All right.
a lot of
Woo.
beer all the time.
Air 5.
Living the dream. It's America right there.
I mean, that is kind of,
Nothing wrong with
that's
that.
90% of Texas right there.
I feel like that's what America was built on.
That's what Texas is built on. Fucking badass barbecue and fucking, being fat.
Everybody knows me for being drunk, cooking barbecue.
hey, that evens out to something pretty cool. I mean,
Hey, I'm pretty functioning now.
hey, you could still cook badass barbecue when you're shit faced.
Cook better when I'm shit
You
faced.
do, you do though. I hate to say it, but goddamn, I've tried it, and frankly, still can't make chicken though.
What? I can't make chicken.
No, I'm lying. You do make some bad chicken though. You were like, no.
I can't win against Johnny Chig and all them, guys. But we're gonna give it hell again. I think maybe this year if I can get settled in, do one more cook off and.
Are we call it quits after that? Is this the?
No, I'm just gonna start doing them there. Y'all have to travel.
I'll go. Just like you got the camper now. Just
Hey man, Salado. I mean, I don't know. I think we can whoop some ass.
hey,
over
don't
there.
forget, I might move somewhere near close to you too. So
That's cool. We'll
Yeah.
just team up again when you get there and start cooking.
I don't want to live close to water. The only thing is, if I don't know what I'm gonna do out there without anybody to hang out with. So
We got Stillhouse Hollow Lake right there. I got a boat. That's all we need.
I was gonna get drunk on a boat, fucking every day.
Oh, it has 2 Yetis on it.
Boats and hoes.
Where the hose at?
Boats and fish.
Boats and fish. He's married. He can't say boats and
I
hoes.
know, fuckers.
Sorry,
just kidding.
my bad.
I ain't got really that kind of boat.
Hey, you get a boat. Probably still get hose.
We'll just
I
have
still
to
get
make
drunk.
a,
I'm like, I'm on a boat.
I'm on a boat.
Shit like that. But yeah, no.
just make a video of you and Aaron. I'm on a boat.
Hey, we could totally do that for the fucking podcast. Just me and Nick. I'll have a glass of whiskey in my hand. Nick will have a fucking Coors Light. We're like, I'm on a boat, motherfucker, on a boat. I'm on a bay boat. I'm on a bay boat. I'm on a bay boat.
I do that every time.
We should film this
Anyway.
whole badass video, and you guys just are drunk doing whatever, and then you like zoom out, and you're still in the dock.
We're still tied to the dock. I'm on a boat, motherfucker. Y'all don't even need the dock. Yeah, fucking. If we move around like this, the boat's gonna capsize. I'm a big guy. Like, no.
I know.
Not
You're
enough
gonna have to
life
stand up
jacket.
front.
I am. No, I can't be in the
It's a
back.
center console. You gotta be in the center. That's it.
At least I have to be in the front or the center. I can't be out back.
Like I have to put the bait in the middle, everything. Neither one of us can walk one side or the
Yeah,
other.
we can't.
It's just-
No, it ain't gonna happen. No.
Maybe we should go back to the gym.
Yeah. Yeah, we probably should.
I mean, the boat would be fine if we were like 200 pounds.
Yeah, we're both far from 200 pounds. No offense.
Fuck you. Yes, we are.
And on that note, don't be a fat, worthless piece of shit like we are. And we will see you next time on the podcast.
Yeah, you'll hear us next time.
Mm-hmm. What
Thanks for having us.
What is that?
It's a text message that Leslie's sending me to
The
tell
door
Nick
was
I
locked?
tried to bring charger over, but the door was locked.
Man, we gotta go. I got
okay.
pee so bad.
We gotta go. Nick's gotta pee. Peace.
Bye.